Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer, like many, was tired of the monthly rental fee for the internet provider's equipment. The old gateway supplied by the provider also had a frustrating habit of taking hours to reconnect after a power outage, which was a major inconvenience. Switching to this new modem router was a breeze. Our reviewer found the setup process to be incredibly straightforward, especially when using a direct Ethernet connection. The device practically set itself up. As soon as it was powered on and connected to a computer, a registration page from the service provider appeared automatically. With just a single click, the new gateway was registered and ready to go almost instantly, despite a message suggesting it might take longer. This client was surprised by how simple it was, especially since some people report needing to call their provider to get things running. The user interface on this device is a significant upgrade, offering much more control and better security options than the standard rental unit, including a built-in firewall and even a VPN. Performance-wise, there was a noticeable improvement. After running some tests, our reviewer found the 5 GHz channel delivered download speeds about 20% faster than the old gateway. A great feature is the ability to separate the two. 4 and 5 GHz channels, allowing for better network management. This client put their main computer on the faster band and moved other smart home devices to the 4 GHz band to balance the load. The only minor downside mentioned was the external power supply. Unlike the previous unit, which had a simple power cord, this one uses a power brick, adding a little extra clutter. One strange issue did arise when a network storage drive was connected, causing the internet to drop, but it turned out to be a software conflict on the drive itself, not a fault of the modem router. A quick reset of the drive resolved it completely, and everything has been working perfectly since.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer decided to purchase this cable modem router to get out from under the monthly rental fees charged by their internet service provider. After getting it, they noted it's a fairly substantial piece of hardware, but setting it up with their high-speed service was surprisingly painless. The activation process was almost entirely automated through their provider's website, requiring no lengthy phone calls to get online, which was a great first impression. However, a major point of frustration for our reviewer was the documentation. The included quick start guide was found to be too basic, lacking essential information for anything beyond the initial plug-and-play setup. Even simple, crucial steps like changing the default network name and password to secure the device weren't included, forcing tech-savvy users to figure it out on their own. While the built-in wireless signal seemed strong and stable in brief testing, this client's main goal was to use the unit in bridge mode with their own existing router. This is where the biggest headache arose. Instructions for bridge mode were non-existent in the manual and had to be hunted down online. More significantly, the unit fails to remember this setting, reverting back to its standard router mode after every single reboot. This means anytime there's a power flicker, the entire process has to be repeated. Adding to the difficulty, the device's management addressed changes when in bridge mode, a critical piece of information that was completely undocumented. Ultimately, while this client is happy with the modem's core performance and the steady, fast connection it provides, they felt let down by the poor documentation and the persistent nuisance of the bridge mode resetting itself.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer decided to upgrade their old modem after Comcast offered faster internet speeds. They were initially tempted by the free modem offered with the new service, but the thought of paying a monthly rental fee afterward pushed them to buy their own. After researching several options, they landed on this particular cable modem router. A lot of similar products with voice capabilities seem to have mixed reviews, but this one stood out for its positive feedback and its use of a Broadcom chipset, which is generally favored for its performance and reliability. A reviewer was pleasantly surprised by how easy it was to set up with Comcast. They simply swapped out their old modem, turned this one on, waited for it to boot, and then rebooted their computer. The browser automatically redirected to Comcast's activation page, which required a quick 2-factor authentication. Once the activation was complete, they were up and running with significantly faster internet. This client posted speed test results showing impressive download and upload speeds. While the actual speeds they experienced might vary slightly depending on the test used, they were still extremely fast. The initial performance has been solid, but there was a minor hiccup on the first day with the DHCP server assigning the same IP address to two devices. This caused some issues with a streaming app until they rebooted the phone and it got a new IP. They also noticed that the DHCP client list on the modem wasn't always showing all the connected devices, a problem mentioned by another user as well. However, the next day the list appeared to be working correctly. Our reviewer suggests that anyone experiencing problems after installation try rebooting their devices. Aside from that initial DHCP quirk, this device has been stable. They plan to update the review after a few weeks to comment on its long-term performance and stability.
And that's a wrap. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've got thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.